I can't believe I forgot to shoot an intro for this video, but this is the busiest Terminus station in the state of Virginia.
Step back, doors closing.
In 1978, Fairfax County debated whether the Orange Line terminus should be at Vienna or Tysons. Ultimately, they chose Vienna due to the cost and time considerations. They didn't know at the time that Tysons was going to blow up into a major employment center, the 12th largest in the United States. Groundbreaking for the station took place on September 8, 1982, and it opened 4 years later in '86, along with the 3 lines preceding it, completing the western end of the Orange Line extension. In March of '99, the station's name was changed to Vienna Fairfax-GMU, despite the inconvenience of reaching Fairfax City and GMU due to the infrequent buses or a 40-minute bike ride. In 2011, Metro adopted guidelines limiting station names to 19 characters, leading to the split of Vienna and Fairfax GMU as primary and secondary names respectively on Metro maps and official documents. The station is center platformed and is 600 feet long, the same length of all Metro platforms. The station was designed in the late 70s, and in the 1980s it was constructed when the brutalist, darker design was all the rage. It now feels a bit dated, but it's still clean as the platform and the screens and all that stuff has been updated in recent years. The station is in the median of Interstate 66, which creates some interesting views, but also is very loud. The first time I ever used this station was when my family went to the Restoring Honor Rally in DC in 2010. The station is within walking distance of some townhomes and apartments and also the Jim Scott Community Center. But that is about it. If you want to go to anywhere else, you're going to need a car, a bus, or a bike. Before the COVID-19 pandemic, Vienna was a very busy station and these parking lots would often fill up, but since then, not so much. These old elevators inside of the parking garage are fine. They're old, but they don't smell, and I don't see any weird substances on the floor, so I'm gonna give it a solid 8 out of 10. Looking at the station from an aerial view, you can see the 2 parking garages, the 2 bus bays, the 2 parking lots, and the 2 separate roads that you can access this station from. You can also see the little walkway over the highway that is the way you actually get into the station due to it running in the middle of the highway. 3 different bus providers serve the station: Fairfax Connector, the Q Bus, and Metro Bus. Fairfax Connector connects the station to various areas throughout Fairfax County. The Q Bus, which is called the City University Energy Saver, it's a really dumb name, serves the corridor between this station and George Mason University, and Metro Bus serves some major routes in the area. Fun fact, I actually delivered Amazon at those apartments a few months ago when I worked for them for 2 weeks. Definitely not the job for me. The median rent for the area around the station is $2,100. It ain't cheap. Trains run every 10 minutes every day until 9:30 p.m. when it's every 15 minutes. Sunday through Thursday, the last train leaves at 11:28 p.m. and on Friday and Saturday, it leaves at 12:28 a.m. With Metro's inflation following fare increase, Vienna to Metro Center will cost $6.75 and an unlimited pass will cost you $215. In its first full year of operation, the station got around 6,100 entries per weekday. 2010 was the busiest year at this station at 13,900 entries per weekday. Between 2012 and 2019, the average was 10,100. Post-COVID in 2023, we saw 3,000 on an average weekday. And in 2024, as of May 9th, there were 3,800 entries on weekdays, 2,900 on Saturdays, and 1,900 on Sundays. In 2023, around 2% of Vienna's entries were fare evaded. This is partially due to the fact that it was one of the first stations to get the new, harder-to-jump-over fare gates, and it started out at a pretty low level as well. When you compare the ridership of Ashburn, Huntington, Franconia, Springfield, and Vienna stations, Vienna has the highest, and therefore is the busiest terminus metro station in the state of Virginia, and second most on the entire system. In 2024, the average number of vehicles parked on the on-site garages on weekdays is 1,470. This means that around 37% of the people that take the metro from here on weekdays arrive by car. The number of car commuters is probably a bit higher than 37% due to carpooling. All right, let's talk about pros and cons Vienna Station. Pros. The station does have some housing within walking distance. It is also served by tons of buses that connect most of the area around the station. It is served by a free bus, the Q bus, to Fairfax until at least 2026, and trains bypass interstate traffic during rush hour. Alright, cons. Not much within walking distance to the station. Some of the bus services that serve Western Fairfax are hourly, which is just not great. Trains only come every 10 minutes. The frequency used to be higher, but that was before the Silver Line opened. And last but not least, the sound of the highway is pretty loud while you're standing on the platform. Vienna is a solid terminus station that could be made even better by building more housing and amenities around the station and increasing the train frequencies. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Remember to touch some grass. Have a great day.